What's up, fellas, ladies, gentlemen? We're going to talk about trauma bonding. And I know that, first off, I know I should be in a car somewhere. This is the Metro Drive, but I'm not in a car. You can deal with 1 out of 80 or 60. So I was talking with this gentleman at the airport, and we actually had a really kind of in-depth conversation. He started asking me about jiu-jitsu, and I was like, yeah, I train, and told him about Metro. And then, but as I do, take notes. I kick it back to them. Tell me about you. What do you do? So I started to learn about his family. And this guy has got 5 kids, which I'm totally about. I love big families. I'm one of 5. And he tells me about 2 of which are adopted. I was like, that's cool. Tell me more about that. Well, they're special needs. And very long story short, they were taking forever in the drive-through line. But he said, yeah, they're special needs. He adopted them when they were in 3rd or 4th grade. And they have a traumatic background. And they're really I guess they have some condition where they can't love people. They can't trust people because from birth till 4th grade, they were kicked from household to household. It was literally like every movie we've seen of a kid can't trust anyone until they finally find that one person and there's a breakthrough. Only there's no breakthrough yet. And he's like, one thing I wish, we knew it was going to be difficult. One thing I wish they had told us is never to adopt siblings together. And I was like, that's kind of wild. Why is that? And I was like, you want to keep the siblings together, right? He's like, dude, expert after expert will tell you, when you adopt siblings together with a traumatic background, they immediately gravitate towards that traumatic background, whatever it is, and it's almost impossible to break. So you can't help them forget about it because they're constantly ping-ponging back and forth and gravitating. Hang on, honey, I'm making a video. They're gravitating towards the trauma that is that they share. So they can't even make good new bonding memories because they can't even make good new bonding memories because of the trauma that they've got in their background. And so what I took that was, I was like, that is fascinating. So they're almost negatively bonded to each other. And so I was like, that makes so much sense now. Now, because I was trying to think about what bonds the people in the jiu-jitsu community so tightly. Like, there's an irreparable bond. Like, I could not see someone for 6 years, and then I do see them, and it's like seeing a family member. And I was like, hey, it's good to see you. Really, really good. That bond, because you're going through a traumatic experience, the matches, the rolling, the physical conditioning, everything about it is traumatic. And then you're doing all of this together. You're not doing it alone. It's not just one person. You're all in this together. It's a big camaraderie. And so you're building this trauma bond. And I was like, that's fascinating. It's kind of a sad story for him, but in terms of jiu-jitsu, I was like, there's this trauma bond. It's like you've got this bond of we're all in this together. And that's hard to break because jiu-jitsu guys and gals and boys and girls and all of them who train go through more trauma than most Americans do. Guys, Americans are soft. Really, really are. The world is becoming softer by the day. And you talk about third world problems. It's embarrassing. The stuff we get angry and upset and rude and hostile over, and the reality is it's sad. Really, really soft. Jiu-jitsu peeps are hard. Kids are tough. Our kids are vicious. They put up, and in turn we're seeing that as a benefit at home, in the home life, in the school life. Like what 2020 has brought, our kids have been prepared for because they've been training for over a year. And there's a difference. Parents see that, the teachers see that in our e-learning, and so it goes back to that trauma bonding because jiu-jitsu is tough, and because it's so tough, everything else becomes easier. Is that what you want? Guys, I'm Coach David with Metro Jiu-Jitsu. As always, I look forward to seeing you on the mats.